All right, let's dive right in. We're about to take a journey into the very heart of India's cultural life, and that means exploring its incredible, vibrant, and, let's be honest, seemingly endless calendar of fairs and festivals. This is a world of color, sound, and celebration that is just so central to the soul of the nation. From these massive religious gatherings to tiny village harvests, it really feels like there's a festival happening somewhere in India on any given day. It's this beautiful, wild chaos where every single celebration has its own unique customs and local flavor. And, if we're being frank, it can feel a little overwhelming to keep track of it all. But here's the thing. Amidst all this glorious variety, you have to wonder, right? Is it all just random? Or is there some kind of hidden logic, a rhythm, that connects these thousands of different celebrations across this vast subcontinent? Well, that's the big question we're going to try and answer in this explainer. So we're going to look past the pure spectacle of it all to find the spirit. We're going to explore the patterns that tie all these events together and hopefully reveal some of the deeper meanings behind all the music, the dance, and the prayer.
Okay, so our first clue. Well, it doesn't lie in the temples, but actually out in the fields. It turns out so many of India's most important festivals are deeply, deeply connected to the earth, to the changing of the seasons, and, most importantly, to the cycles of agriculture.
And when you look closely, you see that many of these seasonal festivals revolve around what we can call the agricultural trio. The celebrations are all tied to the new crop itself, to the cattle that are so essential for farming, and to fire, which is this really powerful symbol of purification and the turning of the seasons.
And you can see this pattern playing out all across the country. I mean, look at this. Way down in the south, Pongal celebrates the paddy harvest. If you travel all the way to the northeast, Bihu in Assam also marks the paddy harvest. Then, up in the north, Lohri and Holi are timed perfectly with the winter and the rabi crop harvests. See? It's the same fundamental rhythm, just played with a totally different local tune.
Okay, so let's build on that. Beyond the seasons, festivals in India have this really fascinating dual nature. They are somehow, at the same time, deeply religious and profoundly social. They just weave faith and community together.
Basically, think of it like this. Almost every traditional festival has two sides. On one hand, you have the private religious core, the specific worship that happens within a community, like a puja at home or namaz at a mosque. But then on the other hand, you have the big public celebration, where anybody can join in. And that's where everyone comes together, building this really powerful social bond.
This quote from our source material just nails it, doesn't it? It says that even though these festivals have this strong religious side, what they really do is represent what people have in common. They become these moments where differences kind of fade into the background, and this shared sense of community and fun comes right to the front.
Now, of course, a huge part of what makes these festivals so absolutely memorable is the sheer spectacle. I mean, these are vibrant, living performances packed with music, dance, and pageantry that have been passed down for centuries. Take the Bihu dances of Assam, for example. This isn't just a performance, it's described as the very life of the Assamese people. During the Bohag Bihu festival, the entire region just comes alive with the sound of drums and the incredible energy of dancers celebrating their new year. And then you get something totally unique, maybe even a little wild, like the Lathmar Holi in the Braj region. It's this amazing mock fight where women playfully chase down the men with sticks and the guys have to defend themselves with shields. It's all harmless fun, of course, a tradition that's rooted in old stories about Krishna.
And if you head down to Kerala during the Onam festival, you've got the heart-pounding excitement of the Vallambali boat races. Just try to imagine these massive snake boats, each one powered by about 100 oarsmen, all rowing in perfect sync, gliding across the water to the rhythm of drums and songs. It's just an incredible display of teamwork.
But listen, it's not all just about festivals. India also has this incredibly rich tradition of melas, or fairs, and while they can be connected to festivals, they often have a much more secular, commercial, and social vibe. They're really where culture and commerce collide.
A perfect example of this is the Ors. It's a really special type of fair that's held at the shrine of a Sufi saint. Now, what makes it so remarkable is its cross-community appeal. You have people from all religions, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, you name it, gathering to pay their respects and seek blessings. It's a beautiful show of spiritual harmony.
Now, just look at this number for a second. 70. What on earth could that possibly mean in this context?
Well, here's your answer. And it really tells you something about the incredible scale and spirit of these events. At the famous Urs in Ajmer, one of their massive cooking pots can cook 70 mounds of rice at one time. and all of it is distributed as food to the poor. I mean, that's just an astonishing symbol of charity and shared humanity.
So, as we start to bring all these different threads together, a really clear picture begins to emerge. You see, these fairs and festivals are so much more than just holidays on a calendar. In a way, they're the very heartbeat of the nation.
So let's just do a quick recap of the patterns we've uncovered. We've seen how these celebrations are totally tied to the rhythm of the land, the crops, the seasons, nature itself. We've seen how they have this dual soul that balances private faith with big, public shared celebration. We know they're vibrant cultural spectacles, and we've seen how fairs act as these crucial hubs for commerce, community, and just meeting up.
And what does all this mean? Well, it means that whether you're talking about a harvest festival like Pongal, a huge cattle fair like Pushkar, the colors of Holi, or a solemn Urs, each and every one is a unique and powerful expression of India's most celebrated ideal, unity in diversity.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If these deeply ingrained traditions truly are the cultural heartbeat of over 1 billion people, what does that reveal about a civilization's enduring capacity to not just tolerate, but to truly celebrate a whole world of differences as a single, unified whole? It's a pretty powerful idea, something to think about.